are recording. It's time for Clubhouse Chatter. Here's Norm Ordez.
Hey, that's right. So I'm not going to do my Chris Mad Dog Russo impersonation for this show. It was pretty bad. You know, that guy annoys me. He really does. I don't know. Do you ever watch that High Heat show, Dustin?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times here and there. I'm a little bit busy right now to be watching that, though.
Yeah. So our next guest is Dustin Lind from Cutthroat Bats out of the great state of Montana. Dustin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You guys got snow on the ground up there yet?
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of it.
Nice, nice. I grew up in Idaho, so there was a nice little Idaho-Montana rivalry growing up.
Oh, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you've mentioned previously, my name is Dustin Lind. I grew up in Montana, played some college baseball at Sierra College in Sacramento, California, and then played at Montana State Billings. I like to hunt and fish, and I love baseball. It's a real passion of mine.
When did you play at Montana State Billings?
I played there briefly in 2008. Injuries cut my career a little bit short. So
we've had a couple of local guys from McMinnville here. Travis Vincent and Sam Patterson played up there with Montana State Billings. Yeah,
they're starting to take some real strides as a program. I'm excited to see what they can do in the future.
Nice. So how did Cutthroat Bats become? How did you start it?
Well, I actually turned bats in high school during wood shop, just kind of to goof around, I guess. I didn't turn them out of any premier woods. I used mostly just pine. Mm-hmm. And so I got my teeth cut by turning bats in high school, and then I was playing the Wood Bat League and wanted custom bats for myself, but couldn't afford any. And so I decided to start making them. And so I got a lathe and started going after it, and now it's kind of progressed into what it is today.
Nice. As we see in the background there, you on the lathe. So how big are you? About how many bats a year do you sell?
We're still extremely small. Right now we're doing anywhere between 50 and 100 bats a month. So we're certainly not at a level that a Marucci is at, where they're turning 500 bats a day, but we're starting to grow a little bit, which is exciting for me to see.
And what kind of wood do you use, and where do you get it from?
We use pro stock maple, birch, and ash that's taken from forests up in northern New York, and we also have started using composite bamboo as well. The composite bamboo starts to hold up a little bit better. It doesn't have quite as much pop as the other three woods that we use, but it's a really durable cage bat option, and that's actually starting to become fairly popular with our high school hitters as well.
Do you have any pros that use your bat yet right now at all?
We do. We have guys in the minor leagues. We don't have any big leaguers because we're not yet major league certified. We're hoping that the major league certification will be coming in 2016. That's our goal. But for now, we have guys in 11 different professional organizations, such as the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Diamondbacks. We have quite a few guys in the minor leagues using our bats right now, and we're actually hoping to make a real big push this year and get more of our bats into minor league systems.
Nice. And now, I know bats, it's kind of a regional thing, isn't it? It's kind of like, I know there's a bat company, I can't remember the name of the bat company that's down here in Bend, Oregon, but up there in Montana, do you find like more players in Montana using your bat than anywhere else?
Yeah, it's certainly a regional thing. We've sold bats to people all over the United States. We've actually sold a few bats up in Canada as well. But yeah, definitely it's a regional thing. Mostly Idaho, Montana, and Utah guys who are doing the ordering right now. We'll pick up quite a few orders from the South as well. We pick up quite a few orders from Arkansas and Alabama and areas down in the southeast United States as well. But certainly it's a regional kind of thing right now.
So now you mentioned you get your wood from upstate New York. Is there a reason why that you get it from New York and nowhere else?
Yeah, because the wood up there grows a little more slowly and it's more dense. And so denser wood makes harder bats, and we take a lot of pride on the quality of wood that we provide for all of our customers, not just our professionals. Since we're a smaller company, we're able to kind of hand pick which billets we want to use for bats, and that basically cuts down on our waste, it cuts down on our overhead, and it turns around and it gives the customer a great savings on a really high-quality bat.
So what kind of turnaround is there? So if I was to order a bat like tomorrow morning, how long does it take you to, I mean, one, if I was to order a bat, would it custom be made or would it come out of stock? And two, how long would it take for the turnaround?
All of our bats are 100% custom. We actually don't carry any stock bats. Kind of the vision when I started the company was to bring custom baseball gear to players of all levels. We're starting to see this shift in baseball where, amateur players want the custom gear just like the pros have, but it's still really expensive. So our whole goal was to provide custom products for our customers. Now, say a person wants, just a clear finish on a bat or a black finish on a bat, that's perfectly fine too. You're the customer, you get to choose what you want. But right now, our turnaround time is at about 2.5 weeks right now on every order since it's custom. And then during our busy times of the year, like right before spring training, we're usually about 3 weeks out on orders. So it depends on what time of year you catch us.
Right. And so tell us about Cutthroat Bats. So how did you come up with the name? I mean, obviously you're in Montana, so, I'm assuming there's a fish involved here.
Absolutely. I really enjoy fly fishing, and I enjoy fly fishing in the high mountain lakes of Montana. And that's something that was kind of unique to me about the region is the cutthroat trout that I fish up there. And so I just decided to name my company after one of my favorite kinds of fish, and it has a special meaning to me personally. Reminds me to kind of stick to my roots a little bit.
Nice. And so growing up in Montana, so who were you a fan of, and who was your favorite player?
My family comes from the Bay Area in California, and so I'm a huge Oakland Athletics fan. My favorite player growing up, I really liked Jose Canseco. I really liked Mark McGuire. Jason Giambi was one of my favorites as well. All the old school A's players back from the mid-'90s and on were some of my favorites. I absolutely love watching the A's. So
we have a local guy here by the name of Scott Brocious who came up with the A's in the late '80s, who went on to be a Yankee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Local coach here at Linfield College. And so, I remember back in those later '80s, early '90 days, the Bash Brothers and man, those were good times. I was watching ESPN had a 30 and 30 on the San Francisco Bay Area quake in '89, and talking about the World Series. And man, the A's they're getting there again. They fell a little short this year. But Billy Beane is doing a great job up there, and they just picked up Billy Butler, and they picked up who did they pick up today? They got him. Oh, Ike Davis. They picked up Ike Davis for like some bonus money or something like that, which I think is a great pickup.
Yeah, I think he'll fit in really well in Oakland. I like a lot of the moves that Oakland's making, and it's kind of interesting going into every offseason because the team that you see in spring training is nothing like the one that you saw playing in October. And so as an A's fan, you always have those question marks heading in, but it always seems like the A's can stay consistent and win a lot of games, which makes it easy to be a fan.
So what's your vision for Cutthroat Bats? I mean, where would you like to see Cutthroat Bats in like 5 years from now and 10 years from now?
I'd like to see Cutthroat Bats in Major League Baseball. That's, like I said, that's going to be a big push for us, and the year upcoming is trying to get that Major League Baseball certification. It's kind of difficult to get, and I think that if we were able to get that, I think that would really push our company in the direction that we really want to go, and I'd be absolutely thrilled if that's something that we would do in the future.
That'd be kind of a weird deal. That first time, I don't know if you've watched any of your minor league players on TV use it, but what is that like when you're looking at that video and like, hey, that's my bat?
It's really cool because I get to see the bat before it turns into what the player wants. And so I start with a blank dowel, basically, of maple or ash or birch or whatever, and we craft it down, and then we paint it for them, and we do all sorts of cool laser engraving options. We have a signature series engraving option where players, even amateur players, can get their signatures engraved on a bat. And so it's really cool to see the transformation process, and then to see that player using it and collecting hits and just being a fantastic baseball player with the product that you create.
Nice. And you have a website? You have a website too that you can push?
We do have a website. It's on the Square Market. It's a temporary website at the moment. We're in the process of building our more permanent website where it will be a little more user-friendly. But for now, people can go to the Square Market and search for Cutthroat Bats, and it'll pop up with all of our product options, and you can personalize them and choose different options. And if anybody has any questions, we're more than willing to help and walk people through the process for the time being. So you can access our website off of all three of our social media sites with Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And there are a lot of different ways to connect with us. We're willing to help.
Nice. And so so how many people do you have working for you?
Currently, it's me running most of everything. I employ a couple of people to help me finish the bats. I employ another guy to do laser engraving. So right now we're at about 7 to 10 employees. Pretty small operation given what we put out on a monthly basis.
Nice. And do you do other things like you got batting gloves or anything else?
We do T-shirts at the moment. We're designing batting gloves at this point in time, but our bats have sold so well that we haven't really pushed into the apparel sales. That's another thing that we'll be looking into in 2015, is expanding our apparel line to include fit hats, batting gloves, wristbands, long and short sleeve T-shirts, things like that.
And do you have a favorite bat?
I do. I have a custom model that I designed for myself. It's a 110 barrel turning and handle with a flare knob on the end. So it's a 73 style knob with a 110 turning combined. I call it the DL21 after yours truly, of course. Nice. And it's really balanced, really quick to the ball, and I'm a maple guy, so I go with the Pro Stock maple, and it's a fantastic bat.
Nice. We'll go ahead and add you to our, Christmas. I'm doing a Christmas list for baseball fans. So we'll go ahead and add you to our list, and we'll get you up on the 9-Inning Know-It-All website with your link to your website and stuff like that. And, I hope the best for you, and we hope to see Cutthroat Bats out here in Oregon sometime soon. And, Dustin, if there's anything that we can help you out with and marketing you a little bit, you let me know.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you. Once again, Dustin Lind of Cutthroat Bats. Thanks, Dustin.
You bet.
All right. So, once again, Baseballisms. Black Friday special is coming up. Man, can you believe Thanksgiving is this Thursday? Holy crud. Where's the time gone, Brian?
Do you want to get me started?
No, not really.
I feel like we've been in the Christmas holiday season for about 3 weeks now.
Yeah, probably longer than that.
I feel like I should have had everything done, all my shopping done. We haven't got to Thanksgiving yet. So.
I know. So Baseballism's Black Friday special, largest sale of the year with savings up to 50% or more on limited edition items. Check them out, baseballisms.com. They are a proud sponsor of us in Clubhouse Chatter. 9-Inning Know-It-All. We're part of the 9-Inning Know-It-All group. Check them out, 9inningnowitall.com. Baseball Dudes, baseballdudes.com. Chris Gazelle up there in Vancouver, Washington, does some great baseball instruction, along with Mitch Canham of Base by Pros, basebypros.com. Mitch Canham's dad, Mark Canham, does 9-Inning Know-It-All shirts. And we'll be doing the new Clubhouse chatter shirts. Check him out, MDM Designs. As always, we're always streaming live on yamhilltoday.com, not yamahilltoday.com. And Proper Cuts Barbershop. Carlos and the boys down there on Baker Street here in McMinnville, they cut my hair. Check them out. They might save you a couple bucks. And that's it. You know, stay tuned for there's the yamahilltoday.com card.
Who's that good-looking guy, though?
Stay tuned. We got, who do we got? We got DJ Jackson, former Jesuit high school standout and doing great things down in California coming up. And he will be next at 6:30. 6:30. All right. Thanks for listening.